It's the Bharatiya Janata Party's women power versus the Congress Party Vice President Rahul Gandhi. A day after India slipped several points to 100 on the global hunger index, the BJP launched a blistering attack on Congress's Vice President Rahul Gandhi, deploying two union ministers, Information and Broadcasting Minister Smriti Irani and the External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj, to take on the Congress's criticism on the declining hunger index and the alleged male domination of the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. We bring you this report.
Congress's soon-to-be president Rahul Gandhi under fire. PM Modi unleashes Nari Shakti against Congress's Raga. Both shots fired by Rahul this week turned around and used to launch fiery attacks on him. First by Union Minister Smriti Irani and then by Minister Sushma Swaraj. In less than 6 hours, BJP women power using all their ammo to decimate Rahul.
जिस अनुचित और अभद्र भाषा में उन्होंने ये सवाल पूछा है, मुझे लगता है ये अभद्र प्रश्न पात्रता ही नहीं रखता उत्तर देने की.
External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj cut short Rahul Gandhi over his "no woman in shorts" jibe at the RSS.
महिला राइट्स में ये इंटरेस्टेड नहीं है. आप सीधा सा आपसे सवाल पूछता हूं, मेन इनका संगठन आरएसएस है, कितनी महिलाएं हैं उसमें? आपने कभी देखा है शाखा में? आपने महिलाओं को देखा है शॉर्ट्स में? कभी देखा है? मैंने तो नहीं देखा है.
अगर वो हमसे ये पूछते कि आरएसएस में महिलाओं को अनुमति क्यों नहीं है, तो मैं निश्चित उन्हें जवाब देती और तर्कसंगत जवाब देती. लेकिन जिस अनुचित और अभद्र भाषा में उन्होंने ये सवाल पूछा है, मुझे लगता है ये अभद्र प्रश्न पात्रता ही नहीं रखता उत्तर देने की, इसलिए इस अभद्र प्रश्न का उत्तर मैं नहीं देना चाहूंगा.
Smriti Irani rebutted Rahul on Twitter after his blistering attack on India failing the hunger test, as it slipped to the 100th spot on the global hunger index. Training her guns on the Congress Cayenne, Smriti lashed out at Rahul for putting politics over people. She said that hungry for votes Congress is busy maligning India abroad. As India clocks in a dismal rank 100 on the hunger index, behind all her neighbours and just above Pakistan, our netas remain locked in bitter politicking, instead of putting India first. Bureau Report, India Today.
So this all-out war between the Congress and the BJP, from Rahul Gandhi's comments on women in shorts to the Congress hitting back with the global hunger index. I want to quickly cut across to Sanjay Jha of the Congress Party. Also with me is Syed Zafar Islam of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Sanjay Jha, Rahul Gandhi's jibes about women in shorts in RSS Shakha. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj says this is improper, indecent, will not even respond to that. What made him say what he did, sir?
You know, Gaurav, I think Mr. Gandhi spoke the truth, and I think truth hurts. We all know that. You know, calling a spade and a shovel is something that we need to introduce in Indian politics. For a long time, the RSS and the BJP have got away by dodging the critical issues where their views are regressive and completely antediluvian and contrary to the modern cultural spirited democracy that we are. What Mr. Gandhi pointed out, Gaurav, was the fact that this is the same RSS where you listen to the speeches of Mr. Mohan Bhagwat. According to him, a woman in India, her best place is at home and her job is to only look after her husband. I mean, what kind of what I call as the most retrograde thinking this is? Okay. You want to read the view of the BJP on women? Please read the blogs of Yogi Adityanath. And it tells you that there is a very, extremely dangerous message going on in Indian society, which will only aggravate gender disparity.
Okay.
So the government says Beti Bachao, when right now it's on a Beta Bachao campaign to save Amit Shah's son.
Okay, Syed Zafar Islam, Sushma Swaraj and Smriti Irani, two top ministers of Narendra Modi government, targeting Rahul Gandhi. The Congress says it's not the words, it's the essence of what he said that should be looked into.
Gaurav, you heard Sanjay Jha, what he was saying, that BJP advocates that women should be sitting at home. These people are liar of highest order. You know that you mentioned two cabinet ministers, name of two cabinet ministers, Sushma ji and Simriti ji. Both are women, and they are cabinet ministers and part of the BJP government. So all this, whatever they are propagating, whatever they are trying to populate, they will fail miserably, because the people of this country knows that what NDA wants, what BJP wants, is to give equal opportunity for both women and men. And all these statements by Congress or Congress leaderships are actually malicious and far away from reality. Having said that, the statement made by Rahul Gandhi was a disrespect to women, was something which, as the Honorable External Affairs Minister rightly said, that it doesn't require to, does not worth responding. I mean, he doesn't have the decency how to ask a question, even if he has something to ask. Okay. He is a leader of opposition, he is the vice president of party, he is likely to become president of the party, but he doesn't know how to, the basic etiquettes, how to ask a question, even if he has to ask. The
Sanjay
problem with Rahul Gandhi and the entire leadership of Congress, that they do not understand the ground reality. They will keep criticizing BJP, they will keep losing their base in the country, because
yes, Gaurav,
you know that they have lost 14 elections
Sanjay Jha,
last 3 years.
Sushma Swaraj, the External Affairs Minister, said that BJP, if you were to talk about the number of chief ministers they've had, the number of governors they've had, the fact that for the first time there are 2 women in Cabinet Committee on Security or 6 women in the Cabinet, does that not prove what Rahul Gandhi said was incorrect?
Gaurav, let me tell you, who made that very famous statement? 50 crore ka girlfriend. It came from Narendra Modi himself. See, this is the mindset of this party.
Who said?
End of day, a couple of swallows don't make a summer.
You remember what?
Quoting Nirmala Sitaraman has become defense minister, etc. is not the larger problem. Listen, I did not interrupt you. See, Gaurav, this gentleman will only interrupt. That's his own strategy. You have to stop him, otherwise we can't have a debate. He always interrupts every time anybody from the Congress speaks.
Okay.
No, 1 minute, you'll get your chance to debate. Don't interrupt, you'll get your chance to debate. Have some patience, Zafar bhai. Calm down, relax. Take a deep breath, man. Chill out. Relax, calm down, calm down.
Very relaxed.
Gaurav, to answer your question, please remember, this is a party not with Congress, a very old-fashioned,
highly
retrograde, regressive and negative and a very vulgar. If I start quoting to you what Manohar Lal Khattar has said about women, I will be embarrassed to even sit on the TV channel. And he's your Chief Minister of Haryana. For God's sake, don't force me to say all that, Zafar bhai, because we are all modern people with a very, what I call as a broad-minded Catholic view. But your party is old-fashioned, regressive, anti-woman. By creating a Beti Bachao, you don't change the story. You have to accept it. And this is the reason why, by quoting an example of Sushma Swaraj or Nirmala Sitaraman, it doesn't change the fundamental point that you are essentially looking at women purely from the point of view of being actually inferior to men, which is something which is not in the Congress culture, not in the Congress philosophy, and not part of our political ideology. Which is why we started with the Women's Reservation Bill, and Minister Modi hasn't even had, despite having a majority in Parliament, why isn't he passing the Women's Reservation Bill? The Congress Party's President Srimati Sonia Gandhi has challenged Mr. Modi. Please pass the bill, we will support you. Where is Narendra Modi? Why is the Prime Minister quiet?
Can I just respond now? He will go endlessly.
Yes. Go on,
these liars will go endlessly.
Sir, we keep the debate civil,
do you remember what did
on our channel, we keep the debate very civil, sir.
Stop making cheap comments,
do you remember about whom? Your own colleague.
Make pertinent comments and don't make vulgar criticism.
About your own colleague. It's a cheap comment, yes.
Learn to talk with some decency. Don't talk like Narendra Modi all the time.
Your own senior leader. About your own, one of the MP. No. So you have to remember all the comments made by your own leaders. Really? Instead of making a statement about other leaders, first you have to introspect what are your leaders have stated about your own colleague. Secondly, as far as women's bill is concerned, you were in power for 10 years. You didn't do anything. Why are you creeping now? We are the one who has supported it. We will continue to support women. And women empowerment is something is very, very paramount important for us.
Okay, gentlemen,
No,
the image.
You never had intent. You never had intent.
Okay, for the moment, I also want to shift focus to the other part of the big debate between Smriti Irani, the Information and Broadcasting Minister, and Rahul Gandhi. So this poetic jibes that are being taken with Rahul Gandhi quoting Dushyant Kumar when it comes to India being at number 100 on the global hunger index. Smriti Irani hitting back at Rahul Gandhi. And is there merit, Sanjay Jha and Smriti Irani saying that the Congress is willing to malign the nation in a bid to run down Prime Minister Narendra Modi? Sanjay Jha.
Gaurav, can I tell you, this is a moment of monumental shame for all of us Indians, that on the global hunger index, we have gone down by 45 ranking in the last 3 years since Modi ji became Prime Minister. And can you imagine, India is today lower than North Korea and Iraq, which is having a civil war for the last several years. And by the way, we are equal to Rwanda. And I'll tell you the reason behind that. I read Smriti Irani's quote and I'll tell you how deceptive it is. For the simple reason that there is no acknowledgement at all that Mr. Modi's government has diluted the Food Security Act. It has actually made even children in midday schemes in Anganwadis have to show Aadhaar card, which is why many children are not getting protein. BJP ruled states to become vegetarian have stopped providing eggs. Demonetization has destroyed the rural sector. They did not implement Manrega properly for the first couple of years. You have also a problem today where on the ban on cattle, transporting for slaughter, it has resulted in a weaker economy.
Respond to this, Syed Zafar Islam.
The country has been actually pushed to the corner.
Yeah, let me respond to that.
Yes, on merits,
we lifted
India 100 out of 119 countries.
Can you challenge that?
Gaurav.
Yes.
Gaurav, Sanjay Jha, see the Congress, as rightly pointed out by the Honorable Minister, Congress and its leaders have only one intention, and the only intent is to somehow malign the image of the country, because today the best image ever India had under the leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister. Today India has a very good position within the global community purely because India has progress last 3 years, which has never been, and the way the Honorable Prime Minister has created image for the country which no other Prime Minister has ever done in the past.
Gaurav, I want to challenge
Congress leadership somehow feel that the only way to target Modi ji is to create bad name for the country, because within the country everybody knows that the most adorable Prime Minister ever India had is the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji.
Syed Zafar Islam, please stay on facts. Sir, only Pakistan and Afghanistan are lower than India.
The kind of reception
only Pakistan and Afghanistan are lower than India. Syed Zafar Islam, in all of Asia, only Pakistan and Afghanistan are lower than India. Even countries like Botswana and Burkina Faso and Iraq, as Sanjay Jha was pointing out, are higher than India. Stay on facts, sir. We are making rapid economic progress, but we may be the third largest economy in Asia.
Gaurav.
But look at the global hunger index where we stand.
Gaurav, no, Gaurav. The way I cannot revalidate whatever the assumption they had and how they have arrived to this conclusion, because the country has progressed in last 3 years. And this data does not reflect the country, the kind of progress country has made in last 3 years. Secondly, the rural population for the first time is feeling much more secure than ever they were feeling, purely because our policy is definitely targeting to empower poor rather than empower rich, what they were doing in the past during under NDA, under UPA. So these numbers, this agency has been in this business for last 10 years only. And I seriously think that the way they have taken most of the assumption they had in arriving this conclusion is something which I definitely question it. Because country has progressed, the rural population has progressed, even the Manrega scheme what he was talking about today, the Manrega, the largest ever commitment the government has made, and Manrega was the last year.
Let's take this step by step. Let's take this step by step, sir. Let's have a conversation instead of
that conclusion is something which I cannot buy this argument.
Is there merit in JP Nadda, saying fact versus fiction. India has not slipped 45 points, he says, from 55 in 2014 to 100. His point is that the first 44 countries that were not there earlier, they've been added. We are exactly at the same place where we were last time. Is there merit in that criticism, in that point, sir? Sanjay Jha.
You know, Gaurav, it is such an atrocious and absurd argument. Basically, Mr. Nadda is saying that if we are equal to Rwanda and we are just above Pakistan and we are below Iraq, please, let's all of us get together and celebrate and say, Mr. Modi is such an adorable, sweet, brilliant genius that the world has never seen anybody like him. I think it's about time we cut out this, political claptrap from the BJP. What is the truth? I'll tell you. Mr. Modi, since he's become Prime Minister, has only talked of one thing. 1 minute, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to him. I'm talking to Gaurav. I'm talking to Gaurav, not to you. Can you kindly have some patience here? Mr. Modi has only talked.
You will get the answer. By making this kind of statement,
please give us, let's have a conversation,
any good image for your leader.
Just tell him to stop.
Rahul Gandhi is
a very
not
rude,
material to this part.
Man. And an extremely vulgar habit of interrupting.
We'll take this one by one.
Yeah,
Gaurav,
just
all I'm saying that your attempt to make your leader popular
of ease of doing business. That's all. What doesn't worry him is the global hunger index. What doesn't worry him is the gender disparity index. What doesn't worry him is child malnutrition. What doesn't worry him is the sexual harassment of women. He only wants ease of doing business. Even there, this government has been a mammoth disaster. The truth, I'll tell you, Gaurav, is that you can't survive and run a government for 5 years on headline hunting, sound bites, Man Ki Baat, Twitter. You have to perform at the ground. And people are asking questions. And for the record, Zafar Bhai, since you're an economist of sorts, do you know that PDS, ICDS, Manrega, Public Food Security Act, Anganwadi scheme, midday scheme is all a Congress creation, which is why malnutrition was lower during our time and has got worse during your time. You have
Zafar Islam,
them. You have cut down social welfare budget.
Okay, Sanjay Jha made his point. Closing comments to you, Syed Zafar Islam. Closing comments to you, sir.
Gaurav.
Go on, sir.
No, sir, Gaurav, whatever scheme he has mentioned, where he has mentioned, we are not claiming that this scheme was introduced by us. What we are claiming that these schemes they were using to somehow ensure that the part of the money goes to the beneficiary and the rest should come to their leaders. What the Honorable Prime Minister has done, that they have streamlined in a manner that there is no corruption.
Rubbish.
So direct benefit transfer, like initiative like this, has ensured that the end user or the beneficiary should get the real benefit. And now the Sanjay Jha, what claiming, your own leader once has said, once upon 16 paisa comes to the real beneficiary and the 84 paisa goes to somebody else, like leaders like you or somebody else within the system. So this has been put a full stop by our government, and we are ensuring that the real beneficiary should get the benefit. And all the
gentlemen, may I request you to keep the debate civil on our channel. We keep the debate very civil. Sanjay Jha.
Yeah, absolutely, extremely repugnant character. Mr. Islam, you're
no personal comments, gentlemen on either side. May I request both the gentlemen to ensure that we keep this debate very civil.
Gaurav,
I just mentioned what your own ex-Prime Minister, Rahul Gandhi,
I just want to make
about your own leaders.
Sir,
Gaurav,
we have run out of time on this debate.
Gaurav, just one point and I will not say anything more.
30 seconds. Go on, sir.
We know that there was a leakage and we have ensured that those leakages must stop.
This government is number one.
The real beneficiary should get the
Mr.
benefit.
Modi's government is number one. Mr. Modi's government is number one on the hunger index for power. All they want is power for themselves. On that hunger index, India is number one under Narendra Modi. That we concede. Well done.
Clearly no solutions on this debate, but this is an all-out battle.
Our hunger is to ensure that there is no corruption, to eradicate corruption from this system.
The
what you
political points will continue to be made, but
that the
please, for the moment, Sanjay Jha and Syed Zafar Islam, many thanks for joining me here on India Today.